Hello everybody, I'm Celine, also known as Sky Moon Celestial on Instagram, here to show you Cracked Polish's March 2025 collection called Catchphrase, which is based on the founder Monique's favorite phrases in celebration of her 35th birthday. This is my first YouTube video, and it's the first time I've ever been gifted a new release nail polish collection, and for the sake of transparency, I was not asked to review or swatch it, but I'm just super grateful to have received it, and I'm really excited to share it with you all. But I'll be posting more swatches on my Instagram at Sky Moon Celestial, where I sometimes also post nail art. In this collection, there are a whopping 10 polishes, with a broad range of shades and finishes, making this Crack's largest release to date. The first catchphrase is Trying Out Here, described as a burnt tomato red with a hint of purple and blue shimmers. Please forgive my messy application as I get used to filming myself paint my nails. You can see here that the first coat is ever so slightly patchy, but not to worry, the second coat did its thing and built up to this gorgeous red. I would agree that the base gives burnt tomato, and you can see that the blue and purple shimmers are fairly subtle, but they add some dimension. I'm a big fan of reds and pinks and purples, so I really appreciated that this base color is kind of a really unique one to my collection. I'm going to show it next to Mooncat's Freshly Bitten for comparison, since this is the closest comparable shade I could think of. You can see that the shimmer in Trying Out Here is a lot more subtle than Mooncat's, which appears to be a bright purple. Can't really think of any other polish that could be a dupe for this one, but if you know of any, let me know in the comment section. The next shade is called Shut the Front Door, and it's described as a dark, vivid blue packed with blue and aqua shimmers. As you can see, this polish is indeed super vivid and shimmery, and it gave pretty much one coat coverage. I always do at least 2 coats, which you see doesn't make a big difference here. Sadly, my thumb has a little bit of nail damage from constantly poking the bottom with a stick to remove my peel-off nail polish, but ignoring that, it is absolutely gorgeous. I adore the twinkly, almost metallic finish, and although teal's not my favorite polish color, this deeper teal-ish blue is an exception. This is one of my favorite types of formulas, which reminds me of Mooncat's The Trouble with Immortality. But for a color comparison, here is the bottle next to Mooncat's Dark Night of the Soul, which you can see is a lot cooler with its purple base and blue shimmer. Shade number 3 is called Granny Walk, described as a metallic orange copper. You can see here that I kind of overworked the first coat, and for some reason I did not film myself painting on the second coat. Here is what it looks like built up in 2 coats, although I will say that it had total coverage in 1 coat, minus my messing it up in the first one. I loved that Crack's metallic shades build up so nicely so that even if you accidentally make your first coat streaky, you can correct it easily on the next coat. I can see this beautiful orange shade being perfect for autumn. When I first saw the shade in the bottle, I knew that it was the most dupable in my whole collection, which is honestly not that large. But here it is next to Mooncat's Whiskey Sunrise, where you can see that there are almost 1-to-1 color dupes in the bottle, just with a slightly different formula. Here is shade 4, called Crisis Averted, which is described as black packed with teal and holographic shimmers. You will definitely want a second coat for this one, because although it isn't totally sheer, you may still have some visible nail line in just 1 coat. This isn't my typical shade, and it's only my second linear holographic polish ever, but I absolutely loved the way the black holographic mingled with the teal shimmer. This isn't the most, bam, in your face type of holo, but I kind of like it like that. It really just reminds me of Holo Taco's Brucey from the Sophia collection, which I do not own, but you can see a photo here. Although these are totally different, I'm going to compare this to ILNP's Deep Space, which is a magnetic, since it's the only other black base with a teal shimmer that I have. Wow is the name of this beautiful dark blurple with purple and blue shimmers. Wow indeed. I think that this is the perfect name for this gorgeous shade. The coverage is phenomenal in 1 coat, but of course I am building it up in 2. In indirect lighting, you can see that it looks a bit more blue than purple, but in other lighting, you can see the glimmers of that purple shimmer. Here I am comparing it to Bee's Knees Lacquer's It's Showtime, since I did not have any true dupes. I'd say that WOW is much deeper and more opaque than It's Showtime. Here it is next to Mooncat's Dark Night of the Soul, which looks a bit bluer than WOW. The next polish in the collection is called Anywhoozers, described as a neutral metallic brown. I feel like this type of formula is what I have come to associate with cracked polish. This is the deepest brown polish I own, and I actually really like how it looks. It builds up really nicely in 2 coats, and that metallic shimmer just dances when it catches the light. I appreciate how much this collection has broadened my horizons color-wise, because I never would have thought that this would look so good on me. I have it here compared to Mooncat's The Trouble with Immortality, which is more of a gold-leaning light brown. Here it is next to Crack's Mocha Mousse Jelly, which is not similar at all, but I wanted to show how rich Anywhoozers is in comparison. This next shade is called It's Hard Out Here, described as a metallic lime green with gold shimmers. This shimmery light green builds up nicely in 2 coats. You can see how much Crack's founder, Monique, loves green polishes with how many different greens she offers throughout the year. Green isn't always my first choice, but if you combine just about anything with gold shimmer, I'll be a fan. Here I am comparing it to Crack's other green, the Shag, which has a similar shimmer color at some angles, but is more of a teal-leaning base. This unique shade is called Shanks, described as a neutral brown with red and orange shimmers and bronze glitters. Admittedly, I see this more as a gray base, which was a little confusing, but gorgeous nonetheless. For some reason, I'm always skeptical of gray base polishes, just to find myself loving them most of the time. The warm, orangey red shimmer is strong in this one. The bronze glitter make it a really unique blend to me, and I can't think of any dupes from other brands off the top of my head. It did remind me of another polish I have from ILNP, Quicksand, which has a light brown base with orange shimmer. I can't help but think of both of these as great fall shades. Just like the shade Wow, this next polish has a fitting name. Ooh, or is it Oh? Either way, it's described as a shimmering pearl magenta. This is a beautiful formula, with a color that's really unique to my collection. I was really excited to wear this as a full hand mani, and it kept catching my attention as I was typing away at work. This type of purple feels so groovy to me, and I think that this one is definitely a standout in the collection. I really like it. Last but certainly not least, we have Cutie Patootie, which is described as a lilac baby pink with blue aurora shimmers and pink glitter. Since we are meeting for the first time, hi, I'm Celine, and I am a loyal member of the Pink Polish with Blue Shimmer fan club. I immediately knew that I would love this polish, and I really think that my studio lighting is not doing it justice. The pink glitters look a bit more chunky, and they kind of pop out in this lighting, but wearing it around the house, you can see that this is a kind of delicate, dancing glitter effect as opposed to a chunkier glitter polish. Here I have it compared to one of my all-time favorite pinks with blue shimmers, ILNP Flower Child. Totally different formula, but similarly strong blue shimmer. Here it is next to Mooncat's Poisonberry, which also has that lilac-y base, but a totally different shimmer color. And finally, here it is next to Dom Polish's A Whimsical Dream, which is in my top 3 pinks with blue shimmers. These two are quite distinct. All in all, I had a really great time trying out this collection. I have some favorites, which I will get to in a minute, but there were no real misses in the collection to me. This is a super eclectic mix with something for everybody. The polishes are priced at $13 each, or $115 for the collection, which makes each polish $11.50. I encourage you to shop responsibly, and just know that Monique does her very best not to feed into FOMO, so I don't think you should feel rushed or pressured to buy. Alright, I wanted to close out my swatch and review with something silly and kind of dramatic and extra for no reason, so I'm going to take inspiration from the pyramid ranking system from Dance Moms. If you've never seen that toxic hot mess of a show, the pyramid is a weekly ranking system used by the dance coach to judge the dancers according to her opinion of them that week. Just to preface, I don't think that anything I place at the bottom are bad nail polishes. This collection is chock full of amazing formulas, so no complaints there, or anywhere really. This is just for fun, and is a way for you to understand my nail polish biases. Pink polish with blue shimmer is my Maddie. If you know, you know. The bottom of the pyramid might just mean that the color doesn't look amazing on me, not my preference, or it's just not super unique in my collection. Without further ado, here's my ranking. At the bottom of the pyramid, we have Shanks. Maybe it's just the wrong time of year, but someone had to be at the bottom, and Shanks, it's you. Granny Walk. Great formula, just a little less fun and different than the rest. It's hard out here. It's the green. Greens are a tough one for me. They have to be super special to place out of the bottom for me. Trying out here. I actually love this color, and I will wear it a lot, but does it have that star quality? Not as much as some of these other ones. Anywhoozers. This is a stunning brown, and I don't have any complaints. But again, the star quality of the others is just pushing this one down a little. Crisis Averted. It surprises me that a black base polish has ranked this high up for me. This is a really special one for me, but of course my biases favor other colors for that top spot. Wow. You had such good potential, and in some lights you really shined. Still a phenomenal polish, but a little more understated than expected. And now we are in the final three. In the third place spot, we have Shut the Front Door. This was an unexpected hero in the collection. I was floored by the gorgeous formula and luster. Blues don't usually top my list, so this is a big win. In second place, we have... drumroll please. Ooh. Meaning that Cutie Patootie is at the top of the pyramid. Are we surprised that a pink with blue shimmer is number one? I'm not, although it was a super tight race. Ooh is absolutely stunning and a major standout in my collection. So there you have it, folks. Thank you so much for getting this far into the video. If you're here, I hope it means that you're also super into nail polish like me, and you may stick around for more videos by subscribing to this channel and following me on Instagram. Please tell me what you think about this collection, who your Maddie would be, or things I can do to improve my swatching videos to best benefit you, the audience. I am employed with a full-time job, so I'll do my best to accommodate your suggestions. I hope to continue sharing the polishes I love and growing a little community to talk about this hyperfixation of mine with.